We are boring out our 671 Detroit diesel engine block to a 10 over, and so we can put this short sleeves in. So we can make these sleeves fit into the bore. And this is Joe. Of course, you know Joe. In Frisco. Joe and Frisco go out hunting every night.
Yeah.
All right.
Wasn't supposed to go this way when I met you yesterday. Didn't need you.
We're heading to Eugene.
Next to me, by the kind that you expected me to be.
Pretty road. You guys been riding his brakes over
Crack
here.
the window, please.
Probably not a good idea. Been 40 years since I've been over this way, at least.
If you run inside, grab a couple tall boys and a honey pie. And yesterday is far away, and tomorrow you'll be gone. It wasn't supposed to go this way. Sweet, 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 sweet Thursday.
It's a long and winding road that leads to Eugene. And we're gonna go and get our engine honed and bored out real clean.
Ten million people,
Don't need your commentary.
maybe more, out on the highway in a dusty storm. Two lonesome losers in a stolen dream, headed straight for nowhere. A suicide machine. If you see the lights flashing,
Oh, there's Mickey.
push the pedal.
Mickey. They're all stressed. Shouldn't be wearing out the battery
Over the
here.
border, they can get us there. Between the two of us, make it if we share.
Be a nice place to water ski.
Yesterday is
Nice homes over there.
and tomorrow you'll be gone. It wasn't supposed to go this way. Sweet,
30
sweet,
miles to our
sweet,
destination.
sweet Thursday.
Approaching the Interstate 5. Log truck. Usually they were loaded, now they're not. Springfield. This is Joe's area right here, isn't it?
In a half mile, keep straight, then keep straight on I-5 north.
gonna go.
Now, take highway.
Looks like you're gonna take a loop. Take that one.
Now, keep left on Alpine Highway.
Nope.
Didn't think that would break.
Leaving road.
So that's okay. Just go down that way now. See.
Now, keep left on Alpine Highway.
No, we're gonna make a U-turn or something.
Keep left on Alpine Highway.
Get that straight, Bruce. Get that straight, Bruce. Andy and Steve. Steve doesn't want to be on.
It's camera shy,
photogenic.
Andy's way more photogenic than I am. Oh, you're
a beautiful man.
a beautiful man. I'm not just saying that. You guys are killing me. You're not killing me with kindness. Okay. Anyway, no, we're all right, Joe. We're here in where we at?
CarQuest.
Junction City, Oregon. How's that?
Junction City, Oregon, at CarQuest. Machine shop.
So what we're doing is raising the top of the airbox so that the liner isn't, the ports aren't covered up. Because that's what this old block is that way. They had really short ports in the liner. And we're changing it to newer stuff.
And we're gonna bore out to 10 over
Yeah.
for the.
Yeah.
It's just that simple, so we can have better. Why are you doing that? So the better airflow.
Because we couldn't get, well, this is to make the liner fit the block because we couldn't get the liners that we had. Look out.
And then the air ports. These are air.
The airbox.
Airbox.
See this port right here?
So that's the one you're gonna.
Yeah, we gotta raise the roof of it.
Oh, okay.
Some of this shit. We're right,
Okay, we're back.
Right in Andy's way. So.
And we're back. Yeah, go set it up.
Down to right about there.
Yeah, we could go a little more too if you.
It's almost 200.
We'll start on
We'll see where this one.
Yeah, because it's all a learning process. It's getting run with the boring bark. Got a tool made that'll go down inside the hole and reach out and cut the top of the airbox out from the bottom side up. Make room for the port and the liner. Chest it off. If you run the really short ported liners in it, would be a problem. But doing it with bigger liners, bigger ported liners, then we gotta do something like this. So we're going to go change out anyway. Might as well.
Yeah. I see a bunch of cranks.
And if we get too close, they'll
Yeah, definitely. We really appreciate you letting us film this. This is our baby. You guys do this all the time. We don't.
Not as simple as I want it to be.
It's okay, just takes a lot of adjustments.
Right. Feel how much the edge is. It's getting pretty wide, so it's making some pretty loud noises.
As you're getting started on the cut, the more metal you take out, the wider that cut gets. So there's a tendency to make the tool chatter in the bore.
Yeah.
So it just makes it make all that noise. And you sort of sharpen a bit there a little bit to make sure. Try to get it smoothed down so it isn't so rough. It makes it go better.
There's a place I can put this. It's okay. Keep doing what you're doing. When he says something, that would be good. We can throw it in here. Check on both. It's fine. Stand in there. If you think of anything to say,
no, this is pretty much show and tell, and that's all you get. Watch him be good at what he does.
Try to set it on there once last week. Try to find it. Well, I'd rather have more film than I need than less. Yeah, let's not try to go to 2 and 3.
Well, we got 6 more holes to do. No worries about how much shit to do.
First one's not that I was going to turn out the best. First one may not always turn out the easiest.
Oh yeah.
If you have anything like to want to explain at all, then feel free.
Right. That's when I run into problems with remembering to finish things.
There's a lot of people out there that have no clue.
Yeah. Cutter coming loose.
What you're doing. just
So you spray the dust on, and the dust is magnetic, and this is a magnet, and if there is a crack, it'll go into that crack and show you where they are, so you can tell if anything's broken or not. Yeah. Yep.
cool. You learned something.
Yep. Yeah.
So hopefully there's no cracks.
Hopefully. The last one I did had cracks all down the face. Yeah. It only works on like cast iron, aluminum. We have to use something else to find the cracks in. Usually pressure test aluminum, and that'll help.
Okay, go ahead and say that again.
Yeah, this is the first time I've actually done this with this particular tooling on this particular style block. So a few modifications are necessary to some of the tooling to make it all work out. So kind of going along with me here. So.
Okay.
All right. We are nice and tight. It's showing the height of the cutter. The further the needle drops, the higher the cutter's getting to raise the top of the port in thousandths of an inch. Again. About right.
So you want it just at the top of the...
the top edge of the block is going to come down to right to here.
Okay.
And fully opens the edge of the port instead of being covered by the bottom of the block area. So the ports will line up at this measurement.
Cool. So that keeps it from smoking as bad, right?
Yeah, it allows it to get enough air to burn the fuel that's being introduced.
So if somebody has a real smoking problem with their engine, the ports are too.
This is a unique situation with a newer style liner that requires this particular process. Yeah.
Probably. Here, you want to. Here, just hold in a little bit there. So we're done with that. That one's smooth.
Instead of showing every one in detail, we'll just kind of show one that after he gets rolling, get it all home.
Yeah, this is
figured out, sorted out.
Right.
So then it'll be quicker and it'll look like.
This is where I'm at right now. So one cut in, one put done good. That one first, next bit, and then
You watch YouTube?
it was 120.
Well, no.
That was started on 80, went around to 60, all the way around to 6. Probably going a little more. This is where I'm at right now.
A lot of people have these
We're right here.
This end.
120.
Yeah. Let's do that, like 140.
They're not all the same, so that's why I have a dial here
Oh, I know.
to get the height.
This is back when Chevrolet was still learning how to make motors. The casting had a little finger iron hanging down. So he had to cut it. He had to cut 1/8 of an inch of that off before he got up to the top of the air box to cut that out.
So is that unusual on those engines, or?
It's just it's sand casted. You don't know what you're going to get.
So that's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, as long as it doesn't go into the water, because it can go the other way where you have porosity or a hole that comes it's really thin there, and if you machine and go through into the water, it's a problem.
Well, I'm glad we're getting this done.
Well, it brings the block up to current. You can put late model stuff in the block and it'll still be fine. And you don't have to guess about it in the future because, well, it's almost 70 years old.
Yeah.
So you've got a block that'll go on into the future. That thing will be around if it doesn't get something stupid happen to it.
Well, that's why we didn't want the 5-overs, because we couldn't hardly find them.
Well,
and plus, they were, how much were they a piece? Like
a lot.
$254 a piece or something?
They were oddball.
Yeah.
You don't want to get tangled up in oddball unless you have to. If you're fixing one hole in it, and amongst with the rest of them all 5-over, you'd put another 5 back in it, unless you absolutely were screwed. But in the bus, you'd have to bore it or hone it, and it's not a very precise procedure in the bus because you don't end up like there's no way to get a boring bar in the back of the bus. You're screwed.
Yeah.
You have to pull.
So if somebody had one of those at 5-over, you would suggest that when they rebuild it, they go to 10-over.
Yeah, just to get away from that shit. And I've only found one. I think they made a 2-over. No, it was a 5-over I found in a yarder. I was out in the middle of nowhere, and I pulled the liner out, and it's like, oh Jesus! So we had to order it from a long ways off to get it to us.
What about our piston rods?
We'll have to. I want to see if you can get some more of them from those guys, and then we'll.
I want you to talk to them though.
Just order another set.
No, I'll probably be the same kind of thing.
Well, so you got 3 good ones and 3 bad ones. Maybe you'll get 3 more good ones.
I was trying to figure out what those white dots and the red dots were.
I don't know either.
and I looked at the red dots, and they were the ones that were the better.
Yeah.
The white ones had those off.
Well, we need to measure them for length too, to make sure haven't been machined off so short they're not. See, that's part of the deal when you do one of these. That check all that stuff so each cylinder's got the same length rod in it, the same depth on the valves when you seat the valves in them, so that it runs on all 6 cylinders the same.
Yeah. Well, that would be nice.
Well, it ran that way when you got it.
Yeah. It ran nice for Dad.
Yeah. But see, all those pieces you had, you lost them. You lost the rods. Those aren't your rods.
Yeah. So.
And these pistons and liners are oddball.
It's like getting a Mr. Potato Head box toy and trying to put it together and make a perfect face. None of the pieces ever fit right.
Yeah. So that's the reason for this, so that it runs like it's supposed to. We had to bring it in here to bore it anyway. So this procedure makes it a better deal.
Well, I'm excited about it.
Because even if it goes back to a naturally aspirated engine, you can still run this liner in it with a natural piston, and it'll run better.
There was a backup piece here that was there on the last cut, and now it's gone. So I need to figure out where it went, to be able to get this to.
Well, the guy didn't weld it on very good. Look at that.
No, I don't know.
You want me to weld it on for you?
Well, I got to figure out where it is.
Ruh-roh, George!
Something came up.
So this one's 50,000 from being there, and this one's got
Still got to do
that last one. But can't guarantee the angle on the cut unless that piece is still here somewhere. I didn't see it.
No, they're looking for a piece.
His tooling is, he's finally getting the tooling side of it figured out so that it doesn't chatter so bad, and he can make a cut without having to go sharpen it every time. So it's getting better. It just takes time to sort it out.
Right. Well, I'm glad we're getting this done.
That helps. We still have to find out how round these are and how straight they are, so that when we get them in the block.
Take the crank and check that out.
I already did. It's fine.
You checked our crank out?
Yeah. When I took it apart.
It wasn't wearing anything.
It wasn't doing anything stupid.
Yeah. So
we're gonna clean it up and look at it some more too. But initial tear down, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it that we can't put back together and have any without having any problems. So when he moves that top piece on the machine, he uses air pressure to raise that up, and it just floats around. I don't know what that piece weighs, but it probably weighs close to what that engine block weighs. If you watch him when he moves it next time, because